How are you doing? Do you love to see my Facebook and YouTube? You know, I'm using Facebook and especially YouTube for learning new knowledge, especially about English. And I'm curious about your Facebook and YouTube too. What are you watching? What are you watching? You know, I'm living in Vietnam. So nobody speaks English with me, but I need to speak English at least uh, 1 or 2,000 words a day. So I think using YouTube for practicing English is the best. I know you need to know how to speak English fluently. I'm the first person to invent some new methods to practice English like Vietnamese. You don't need teachers. You don't have to pay them. But you only use the internet to practice English. How? Now you can see my Facebook. You can see Facebook show me a young girl. You know, she doesn't have enough ages. You know, younger and dangerous on the internet. Should I sue Facebook for what they are doing to me? You know, a lot of girls, but you know, I'm a kind of genius in Vietnam. I need new information, good, good information. I don't need to watch beautiful girls. You can see, yeah, breast. You know, I love. Facebook Facebook is taking our time for bad content. I think Facebook is controlled by governments in the world. Facebook is the US company, but you know, now look like a Vietnamese company. You know, Yeah. Terrible, Terrible. We should sue. We should sue Facebook. Nguyễn Phương Hằng, a famous smart woman in Vietnam. I love her. Maybe some things I don't agree with her, what she said, but I think she is a brave woman, strong woman, you know. You can say I love her talking about animals in Africa. Yes, I think you need to know what is Facebook showing Vietnam. And I love to see your Facebook too. I'm living in Vietnam and I love to speak English fluently, to learn some things from Americans. But Facebook doesn't understand me. They it shows Vietnamese language, the Vietnamese language on my Facebook. Maybe Facebook is making the world better. We can connect with people around the world. You can see I have some friends, Facebook friends from the US, but of course, I don't know them because I only want to learn from them and to see their status in English, you know. I love dogs. I love pets. Pets. I love beautiful women. Maybe Facebook know I love beautiful women. Women. Beautiful women. So they it supporting me maybe, but I can't focus on learning something new, such as about technology, looking for a job. 10 years ago, it was easy to find a job, but now so difficult. About AI, you know. I'm looking for a job from the US, although I'm living in Vietnam. But at this time, Donald Trump only supports Americans, his country. I'm looking for a new opportunity for my career, but I'm waiting, hoping. Facebook, you shouldn't show me beautiful girl and the Vietnamese language, please. You should understand I'm using English only, okay? I have so much vocabulary, but I need to use them often. YouTube is better. You can see. Yeah. To learn English, you should watch YouTube news such as NTD. NTD. I love cameras, headphones, microphones, American cultures. I think YouTube is my number one, the number one. Better than Facebook if you want to learn something. Because about videos, you will see something new directly. At least you can see and you can hear. So you will easily understand new information. You can feel, especially. I love watches, Rolex, Rolex, yes, Rolex.
Want to know what would make you 8 times more likely to pass your prop trading challenge?
Skip this and your card will get frozen faster. They are convenient and priced by the people who don't like you. That's a triple threat robbery. If it's insane, nobody will find out. But why so bad? It's a scam.
Dương, Mr. Dương. He's an American living in Vietnam, but you know, his accent is the Vietnamese accent. His accent is Vietnamese. But I love him, yeah, his content.
I don't think it's possible to walk by this bread store and not get some. Can I get 2 more, please? Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
food.
Gotta be one of my favorite things in the world now.
I love food
Listen to the
reviews.
chicken. Oh my gosh. This tastes like carbs that's just flirting with your soul. The texture difference is so extreme. Incredibly toasty outside, inside so soft. Just gotta find a place in the US that serves this.
Welcome to NTD Evening News. Our top story tonight, a potential U.S.-Ukraine weapons deal. President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meet at the White House, hoping to ride the momentum from the Gaza peace deal. Mario Tzu at the White House. Federal authorities arrest a man in Louisiana who is accused of
Now we are concerning about gold. Increasing the price, and about the war between Russia and Ukraine. I think Donald Trump must send tomahawks to Ukraine. Many people in Vietnam thinking when you are learning English, you should listen to music. I think it's wrong, you know. You should watch TV American series, yeah, and YouTube videos. You see my YouTube and Facebook, you will understand my knowledge, you know. What am I watching? NTD News is the best for you to learn English. If you are learning English, you should choose American accents, especially Californian. Good. California. Californian accent. You know. Each accent looks like a different language, so you need to choose a version, an accent version. Maybe you can choose Californian accent or people from New York. Maybe. In Vietnam, sometimes I'm watching. I want to know about news in Vietnam a little bit, and I'm watching NTD TV Trung Quốc Huy.
Gọi là tội rửa tiền. Thưa quý vị, là một trong những tay người Trung Quốc nhập tịch Campuchia và có những cái mối quan hệ rất là sâu rộng đối với chính phủ và gia đình của Hun Sen. Và
You can see.
thưa quý vị, là sau đó Gen Z này trở thành, nếu mà dịch họ tìm ra được 259 người Mỹ.
Yeah, sometimes I don't have a choice because Trung Quốc Huy, he studied until grade 7, but he maybe understands something. He can read Vietnamese and using Google Translate to get news from Vietnam and the US. And of course, he has the opposite thoughts to communism. He doesn't like communism. But I redefine dualism. I accept anything. Diversity. Because one thing, anything isn't perfect. Sometimes maybe one thing is better than the other. Another, such as between female and male, once upon a time, you can see the female was better than the male. That now even the US president, Americans only choose a female. Do you see they choose male, yes, sorry. Do you see they choose female for the presidential position? They don't. But anything is changing, maybe in the future. And now I will talk about Trung Quốc Huy in the next video, coming video. He's attacking Nguyễn Phương Hằng, and I don't like it. We shouldn't attack a woman on the internet. Many years ago, I did respect Trung Quốc Huy, but now he wants to protect his career. You can see Nguyễn Phương Hằng go to the US. She will get fans, subscribers from the US. They won't watch his YouTube channel. Now you can see Trung Quốc Huy, his channel is being downgraded. You can see Nguyễn Phương Hằng is more famous than him. He's using Nguyễn Phương Hằng to gain fame. And I don't like this action. But sometimes you can see he talking about Cambodia, something news. Maybe we need to know, but he has bias. Not exactly truth. And phiêu đồng,
mà xác nhận Hồ Thanh Tuấn và ông Andule TV là nhân viên của TV dựa trên cái bản tên.
Of course, I hate the person. He wants the Vietnamese economy bad. He wants Vietnamese people poor. But I don't. Why are Vietnamese people in Vietnam watching his videos, you should unsubscribe his YouTube channel. Please. He's destroying your money, your income. Yes, sometimes I watch Yuleo, a comedian, but he said he can speak English. Can you see him speak English?
Tôi cũng vậy, tôi cũng mê gái đẹp mà. Và các
Can you see?
bạn ở đây ai cũng vậy, cứ thấy gái đẹp là mê. Đó là điều đương nhiên.
Can you
Nhưng
hear
cái sự căm ghét, cái sự hận thù của con trai đối với gái đẹp, nó rất dễ nhận thấy nếu các bạn lên trên mạng xã hội. Những cái cô gái mà nếu post hình lên trên mạng, nếu lúc trước cô đẹp, cô nổi tiếng gì cô đẹp, thì thường say.
Sometimes you become a YouTuber, and sometimes you can say anything you want. You can become an expert about anything. Trung Quốc Huy and 10 TV becomes an expert about history, economy. He's talking about gold, about dollars. But he studied until grade 7. But a lot of people believe in him. What he said. Weird, And Yuleo, he becomes an expert about psychology. Linguist. About economy, about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Even English teachers. YouTubers are lying so much on the internet. So much. I created some new methods, such as atomic international pronunciation and dual linking sounds. I can say I'm a linguist, or I redefine dualism. I can say I'm a philosopher. But how about Yuleo and Trung Quốc Huy? And a lot of Vietnamese young people are following them. What are they learning? Vietnamese young people first. What should they learn? First, they have to speak English fluently. How? They don't have enough money going to Vietnam, the US English Center, yeah, VUS, such as example. And of course, I don't see is a way to learn English fluently, speaking English fluently. I don't see after 20 years, I don't see a way to learn English like Vietnamese, like your mother tongue, Chinese, Japanese. We are learning by copying, by default, and it isn't a good way to learn English. And when you master English, now we are using AI, artificial intelligence, to research new information quickly, exactly. So Vietnamese people should see English is the second language. The second language. We will use English daily, correctly. Even we understand English better than Americans. American kids learn English by default. They don't understand English. Now I understand English better than Americans, except some American linguists. First, we don't need to learn from Yuleo or Trương Quốc Huy, something Vietnamese teachers. We don't care. Even the teachers from my university of Science, if my teachers can't speak English fluently, their knowledge isn't good for you, you know. Now, after graduating, you will look for a job, and your knowledge isn't good enough, or only good for 5 years, and after that you can't find a job. Nobody helps you, believe in me. Nobody. Only your effort, yourself. You can learn from me, asking me anything about English. You only need internet, a computer. I support you should buy iMac. shouldn't buy a laptop. Because a desktop is good for durable, stable, and we will have a big screen. Now you leo.
Ở Việt Nam chúng ta coi con quạ là điểm xấu,
Now
còn
he has
biểu tượng của quả bình. Của
he has 1 million subscribers. So every young Vietnamese person knows him, but I don't think his knowledge is good for the youth. The Vietnamese youth needs to learn English first. English is the number one, making Vietnam better, working with Americans. Now you can see we are working with Americans, and you can see the economy is better day to day. You can see. Thank you for watching, and remember, please subscribe to my channel. I will continue the topic. Thank you.